we appreciate the time, and I hope you enjoyed learning a bit more about smoking fish. And we always try to tie it into what we do for a living, outside of our smoking habits and that sort of thing. And the unique thing we talked about, and it came up in the questions. Can you use frozen fish, or is it better to fresh, or in Daryl's case, is it farmed, or is it wild caught, those sorts of things. So we always try to tie it back to, well, how did that fish get to that store, to that Whole Foods, or to your local fishmonger? And that's really where the MobileConductor applications come in, and how we help companies in that last mile of the supply chain, getting that fish from their warehouse to the fishmonger, or to the grocery store. And what we try to equip them with is that last mile efficiency. And I put this, the driver great debate. Since we had the debate about tuna versus salmon, and as we see with our customers, and I look at one of our customers like the Chef's Warehouse. In actual fact, as you guys know, they just bought a fish company, Foley's Fish in Massachusetts. So we may be getting fish from those guys. But the great debate is the solutions that we provide to the market and to wholesale food distributors are for the drivers for more efficiency and more accuracy. And the great debate is always, well, if they're using a handheld device and they're adjusting the orders on the fly, and they're putting out what I'll call a clean invoice, won't that take them more time at the point of delivery? And we just did a podcast with one of our customers that does a lot of McDonald's work, and of course the answer, there may be a little bit more time on the front end, but that achieves a couple things. One is more accurate information at the point of delivery, and it's customer face time. The flip side of that, and the other side of the debate, is the driver does it manually. They write down, they make the adjustment. That gets back to accounting. Accounting can't read what was written on the piece of paper. That was Larry. Where is Larry? He's on vacation for 2 weeks. Is that a 4 or 7? Well, I'm just going to put that in the too hard pile. So to invest a little bit, 45 seconds of time at the customer face to do the correct invoice and the correct delivery in a proof of delivery situation saves or increases the efficiency of the entire back flow of that order. So, that's the real-time adjustments that we're adding. And as our customer, Tammy Neekum, said in our podcast a couple of weeks ago, our drivers will say, hey, it may slow us down a little bit, but it's like, I want to speed it up, but I want to do it wrong. It's that whole like, well, I'm a lot faster, but everything's wrong. So that's what we, kind of the real-time adjustments, and what we bring to the market is that debate. And we'll stand firmly on the side of clean invoicing and making those adjustments. And it's also, pushing a little bit more customer time while you're doing the delivery. And then it's the age-old story that we tell about customer service on both the front end at the point of delivery. I know they want you in and out, but it's if that order is done correctly at the point of delivery, the customer service increases from the customer satisfaction standpoint, and customer service is freed up. There's not quite as many calls coming in, or those calls that are coming in are resolved much quicker. I always tell the same story, and if you were on the previous smoking seminars, I may have told it. These guys have heard it a million times. It's when a customer calls and they say, I didn't get my salmon, my wild caught salmon that I know Daryl's going to come in and buy tomorrow. And the customer service agent, typically without any sort of proof of delivery or last mile type applications, will say, okay, well, hang on, let me run around. Well, let's expedite that. Let's get that out to you. You're one of our best customers. So you start creating these fires of, it's a good customer. I got to get the salmon out to this customer. I'm going to do an expedited delivery for them. The cost of that, the cost of the extra product, with a tool and visibility like MobileConductor, that customer service representative can increase the customer service and say, hey, you know what? It looks like it was delivered and signed for at 10:32. Do you want to just have a quick look? It may have gotten moved. 9 times out of 10, they're calling back and saying, yep, we found it. One of the chefs had already started to slice it up for lox or whatever the thing. I'm picking on salmon there, Daryl, just because you're the winner.
You might as well
promote a little bit. Etc. So that's what, we wanted to try to tie these things together, and it's things that we do, eat, we, no pun intended, eat, sleep, and drink, delivery management. And so that's, we try to tie what we do. And I guess if we look at some of the customers, I can just give you a quick picture of what that looks like if we move the slide forward. And we talked about Chef's Warehouse, and they since we're on fish, they've just bought a fish company, like I mentioned, but they're delivering products to top chefs around the world, from around the world, to bring them the types of products. So when they're delivering to a restaurant, they have proof of delivery at every stop of what was delivered, in terms of they do very expensive sort of chocolates. We just did a tour of their facility in the Bronx, and there's the chocolate room, which is and then there's the beef room, or the meat room, which is just giant boxes of Wagyu beef. So it's tracking what's gone out, what's been delivered. So and I think that's all I had for the session today. I will, if it makes sense, we can open it up for any questions. If there are no more questions, we can maybe just go around and say to Mike and Daryl, thank you guys very much. It was an absolute blast, as always. And welcome to the schedule, Daryl. You're on for next week. We're gonna do pork sausage now.
Yeah.
No, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Fantastic job. It's always a pleasure. I love doing these things, and if we can tie, like I said, a little bit of interest, and I know we're all interested in smoking and food, and we live in the food world. I think it tries to tie everything together. So any questions from you guys, Mike, Daryl?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Good stuff. Oh, look at this.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. Same here. It's just coming on lunchtime here, and we're just coming up on time, so I think we wrap just in time. Normally, as you guys know, you can't get me to shut up. So great job, guys, and for the attendees, thank you very much for your time. I know time is precious at the moment. I hope this was two things: informative and fun. And we look forward to seeing you on the next session. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Have a great day.